What's up, everybody? Max Whitman here. Good old Uncle Max. Back with you again for another episode of the Book It Better Wrestling Show. This is March of 1995. We have made it past In Your House. This is the In Your House Fallout Show. Monday Night Raw, the night after In Your House. We have The Undertaker retains the World Wrestling Federation title. But we'll do an In Your House recap once we start the episode. How's everybody doing today? It's Tuesday, March 19th, so we are a day behind. We are a day behind on our uploads. Got a little distracted yesterday, a little busy, and missed the upload. So, like we talked about in the last show, I am doing most of these shows live right now. Wednesday's show won't be live. I'll be recording Wednesday's show as soon as I'm done with this one. That'll be going up recorded. And then hopefully I get some time to sit down on either Friday or Saturday, get my days off, and pound out a good couple weeks worth of content. Because I really feel like the channel was going a lot better when I was sitting down. When Kato and I would sit down on like a Saturday night, and we'd knock out like literally 2 months worth of in-game stuff. It would give us a good, 2.5 weeks worth of stuff to post up. So I really want to try and get back into that, but I've just been crazy busy lately. Life happens, folks. Life gets in the way, and I've been crazy busy. But I really am enjoying doing this, and I want to try and get back in that groove of having a lot of stuff recorded. The minus to that, the downside, of course, is that it's a lot more difficult to take suggestions from the comments. And I'm throwing my pen here. It's a lot more difficult to take suggestions from the comments when I'm recording a few weeks out in advance. But yeah, so here we are. It's Tuesday, March 19th. We are Wednesday, week 1, March 1995. Our road to WrestleMania is in high gear. This is Monday Night Raw. Let's jump right into it. Let's not waste any more time. Although I know that you love listening to me talk. That's why you tune in every week. Don't lie to yourself. You don't have to lie to me. We're all. This is a tree of safety here. This is a safety circle where you can be honest about your feelings about old Uncle Max Whitman. Let's run the show here. Let's run it. We got a pre-show match. Yokozuna and Crush versus the New Foundation. Owen Hart is going to pick up the win over Crush by submission with a sharpshooter. That's Yokozuna, the 88. Owen, 88 as well. Neidhart, the 72. Crush, the 62. Just a pre-show segment. Kind of getting some testing. Possible WrestleMania matchups. It definitely won't be a one-on-one. It won't be one-on-one Foundation versus Yoko Crush, but could get a three-way in there, I'm thinking, maybe. So just kind of testing a few things out here. Excuse me. Testing a few things out here, but we get an 80 on the pre-show. Let's jump right into our show open. And we get a 93. This is In Your House recap. So let's go through the recap. The Undertaker successfully defends the title against Vader, Razor Ramon, and Chris Jericho. He pins Chris Jericho after a chokeslam. So he gets the 1, 2, 3 on Jericho. Second time in 2 months the Undertaker has pinned Jericho. Then he retains his title. Diesel successfully retains the title against Jeff Jarrett. At least Lex Luger is in there, not Jeff Jarrett. I don't know why. I screwed that one up, but it probably did the angle better anyway. Shawn Michaels is in there just because he's Shawn Michaels. Who did he have? Yeah, he had Taz at In Your House. He beat Taz. So HBK beats Taz. But he's in this package just because he is your WrestleMania challenger. It gets a great rating here. Shawn Michaels' gimmick that's getting stale. We noticed that in the last episode. So we'll have to work on that. I'm gonna make a note about that. Actually, I'm gonna put that. Let me make a little note. Let me get my notebook over here and make a note about HBK. HBK stale. Just put a little note there so I remember to change that up a little bit before the next episode. But it scores a 93. So basically, and it pushes all of our segments: Diesel versus the Power Cats, Vader versus Jericho, and HBK versus Taker. That gets pushed. Vader versus Jericho. I may have spoiled something there, but you'll understand why in about what do we got? 4 segments. 4 segments will introduce the Vader versus Jericho storyline, and I'll get it. But I guess I blew it there. Here we go. 100 rated segment. It's the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, and this is basically Shawn Michaels. So Shawn Michaels is saying that over the course of his career, he has had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity denied to him. He has had opportunities taken from him. He's had people stab him in the back. He's had people tell him he was destined for a big-time singles career and then pull it out from under him and stick him back in the tag division. He's been slowed down by guys like Marty Jannetty and Diesel for too long. But now in just 4 weeks at WrestleMania, nobody can take this opportunity away from him because he earned it at the Royal Rumble when he outlasted 29 other men. And at WrestleMania, he will go on, he will defeat The Undertaker. He will never rest in peace until he is the World Wrestling Federation champion. And you can take that to the bank and bet on it, because that's what's going to happen in 4 weeks. It scores 100. It's great segment, obviously, as good as it's going to get. I'm excited for this match. We talked about at the end of our last show how this is really the first, I've been doing this save for about 8 months in-game, and HBK Taker here, this is the first big time match that we're putting on. We've had, our world title has had a lot of smaller matches, a lot of smaller challenges, but this is the first match that's got the potential to be a real game changer for the company. We'll move on to our next segment here. It's the Hardy Boys versus the Heavenly Bodies. That scores a 61. Let me mark down, actually, I forgot to mark down my ratings here for the segment. 100. This one gets a 61. So, about what you can expect from the Hardys versus the Heavenly Bodies. The Hardys pull a 57 and a 52 for Jeff and Matt, and then the Heavenly Bodies a 50 and a 47. So, just a standard mid-card tag match here. Jeff gets the victory, obviously. Jeff is going to pin Jimmy Del Rey by submission with the Texas Cloverleaf. So, we move on to our next segment. This is a 92 rated segment. It is an important segment. Here, as we saw the Vader. So Jericho is going to be cutting a promo here with Gorilla Monsoon. He's being interviewed, and Jericho is saying that how could he have ever expected a fair match in a 4-way? Why does he have to have his rematch in a fatal 4-way when everybody else throughout history has always had one-on-one rematches? He was robbed. It's not his fault that he lost. In fact, he's going to go out on a limb here and say that everything was just fine until Vader poked his head into his business. It's Vader's fault he lost that match. Vader distracted him. Vader had him look away from The Undertaker. It was Vader's fault. And if anybody is to blame for The Undertaker retaining in a 4-way, it's Big Van Vader. It's the Mastodon. Because 1, he distracted Chris Jericho, and 2, his big fat ass was too slow to roll back inside the ring and break up the 3 count. So if Vader wants to blame anybody, he can blame himself, and Razor should blame Vader, because Chris Jericho certainly blames Vader for what happened last night. It's unfair, it's stupid, and it was Big Fat Vader's fault that he lost that title match last night. And he storms off into the backstage segment. It scores a 92. So that storyline is off to a good start. It grabs a 91 rating in the opening segment, and then a 92 in this segment, so that's a good hot storyline. We don't hear from Vader here. Jericho's going to storm off, and we'll see where that leads. But Jericho clearly upset and clearly pointing the finger here at Vader. Our next segment here, we get the Smoking Guns versus the Power Cats. It does score a 78. Not a bad match at all. Let's mark that down in the book here, 78. Decent wrestling, not much heat. Lex Luger and Scott Levy defeat the Smoking Guns. Luger is going to beat Bart Gunn by submission with the torture rack. So Luger pulls a 75, Scott Levy the 63, and a 60 and a 58. So the Diesel versus the Power Cat storyline loses heat on this one. But I can't imagine it lost all that much at a 78. Pretty good segment. Both these guys, good workers. Just a standard tag team match here. And then we're going to get freestyle stuff here. So Diesel's going to come out, and Diesel's going to say Jeff Jarrett learned the hard way that the big dog always comes out on top. That's right, big dog. That's an ode to Roman Reigns. Diesel did it first in this universe. So Diesel calling himself the big dog here, saying that the big dog always comes out on top of the cats, and the Power Cats learned that lesson the hard way. Jeff Jarrett learned it the hard way. And going forward, any one of the rest of the Power Cats that want to learn that same lesson can learn that same lesson. So Luger improvises well, Jarrett improvises well, and we get an 89 grade on the promo. So good, solid. It increases the Diesel versus the Cat storyline. And we're going to head to our main event of the evening. It is Razor Ramon and the 1-2-3 Kid taking on Bam Bam Bigelow and Sparkplug Holly. It's a decent match. Ramon and the 1-2-3 Kid draw with Bigelow and Sparkplug following a double countout. So basically what's happening here, Razor and Bam Bam, they're the two legal men in the ring. They battle to the outside of the ring, and they get double counted out. So no regard for the match itself. These two guys just looking to beat each other up. Bam Bam pulls the 83, Razor the 89, and then a 58 and a 52 for 1-2-3 Kid and Sparkplug respectively. So gets us an 81. It's going to be a good show. This is going to be a very good show, actually. Yeah, 86. So this episode of Raw is going to pull an 86, increases our popularity in 21 regions. So pretty much every region here that we're shown on. And that's going to do it for our episode today. So, folks, I appreciate you joining me. Appreciate you stopping by. I apologize for being a little bit late. As we said earlier, life gets in the way sometimes. But for all of us here at Book It Better, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, usually. We missed last Friday, we missed this past Monday, but you will always get 3 episodes a week. I'm always shooting for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but if I ever miss a day like today, you will get 3 episodes a week. So I always shoot to get at least 3 episodes a week up. And so yeah, go ahead guys, if you're new here, if this is your first time stopping by, what's up? Welcome. I'm glad you stopped by. Go ahead, click like, click subscribe if you like the content. Let me know I'm doing a good job. And come on back every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, typically. If this was not your first time here, go ahead, leave that comment. Keep the comments coming. I love chatting with you guys. Love taking your suggestions. Let me know what you think of the storylines heading into WrestleMania. Are you excited for the main event? Are we looking forward to anything else? Let me know. Guys, get out. Enjoy your day. I know I will. I will see you when I see you.